Hello and welcome to Instablogs Global Report. This is Sukhmani with fresh updates and more citizen voices from all over the world. Stories for the day are: Hamas urged to include Jordanians in any prisoner swap with Israel. Two big satellites collide over Russian Siberia. And dogs to ward off the livestock predators in Masai Mara Game Reserve in Kenya. Activists from the National Committee of Prisoners and Missing Persons in Israel are calling out for Hamas leaders to include Jordanians in any prisoner swap with Israel. CJ Wad Abu Zurek appreciates Hamas' efforts to free them and send them back home to Jordan.
This is Wad Abu Zurek reporting for the Instablogs from Jordan. Activists from the National Committee of Prisoners and Missing Persons in Israel are calling out for Hamas leaders to include Jordanians in any prisoner swap with Israel. A number estimated at 28 Jordanian citizens are being held in Israeli prisons with life sentences to be one of the longest-serving prisoners among Arab detainees, while the fate of around 26 Jordanians missing in Israel remains undetermined. The committee has added that Jordanians are being tortured and mistreated in Israeli prisons, yet appreciated the efforts Hamas is giving to free them and send them back home.
Scientists are keeping a close eye on the orbital debris created by the collision of two communication satellites, one American and the other Russian, hundreds of miles above the Earth. CJ Pankaj Goswami from India expects a rise in similar crashes given the increase in space junk.
This is Pankaj, citizen journalist reporting on Instablogs from India. The high-speed impact over Siberia between the two satellites, the US Iridium commercial satellite, which was launched in 1997, and a Russian satellite launched in 1993, was not unexpected. This was something which had to happen eventually. The orbital debris created by the collision between the two satellites possesses a very real threat to the Hubble Space Telescope and Earth-observing satellite, which are in the higher orbit and nearer to debris field. Both NASA and Roscosmos may have outrightly rejected any risk to the International Space Station, but nothing can deny replication of similar collisions given the rise in the number of satellites being launched.
Mara Conservancy, headed by Japanese veterinarian Takita Asuka, has launched a project involving the use of dogs to keep off the carnivores from human-inhabited areas while safeguarding the wild animals in the Masai Mara Game Reserve of Kenya. CJ Rose Wangui has more on the story.
This is Rose Wangui, a citizen journalist from Kenya, reporting on Instablogs. When dogs bark at night in a Masai manyatta bordering the Masai Mara Game Reserve, it often signals a predator stalking livestock. However, the nightmare this pastoralist community has been experiencing for years could come to an end if the introduction of a livestock guard dog becomes a successful project. The aim of the project is to keep off carnivores from human-inhabited areas while safeguarding wild animals. The project has introduced the Anatolian shepherd dogs, which grow to a hefty size and are vicious in their attacks. The dog was imported from Namibia last November and is undergoing training among a flock of sheep at Kawai village near the upper escarpment of Masai Mara. It's the only one of its kind in the country.
If you want your voice to be heard by millions, let Instablogs be your choice. You can contact us at cj@instablogs.com. That's all for today's show. We'll be back with fresh updates and more citizen voices. Till then, it's goodbye from the entire team of Global Report.